Hi guys, welcome to the channel of love. Okay, today I thought we'd have a play with the postcards from Ladybird. But first, two of our lovely ladies, it's their 50th birthday today. So a very happy birthday to Sherry and Melissa, who are both celebrating their fantastic 50s. Today, have a fantastic day, guys. Okay, postcards from Ladybird. I felt like what we were looking for is in a book. Well, here is 100 classic covers, Ladybird books. The story of flight. Are we talking about Ascension? Are we waiting for these flights to be back on board? These flights to be back on board. What's it say on here? I was just quite mesmerised by those images. They look like tarot cards, don't they? From afar. Okay. Let's have a look at these. This isn't what I originally had planned to do. I've got some other cards out. But I haven't played with these for ages. I mean, they're not tarot cards. They're not oracle cards. They are postcards. But I like them. And I like the story I can get from them. Okay. Telling the time. I do feel it's something about travelling. When is it time to travel? That's what I'm feeling. Life of a honeybee. Telling the time, life of a honeybee. I felt that was definitely this energy coming towards the divine feminine. Okay, and then I've been taken to natural history, and I wanted to say the Natural History Museum. It's like a trip to London here. Telling the time, 8 o'clock. Big Ben. Poor Big Ben. Still under construction. It's my favourite. I love Big Ben. And but it's not really a great sight to see at the moment. Bye. All I can see is bye Meg, my daughter now. She's someone she just does not really have a good thing to say about London. She hasn't explored it like me and her sister have. But telling the time, it just says like Meg. Well, me gag. The honeybee. I don't know why I'm being taken to London. Anyway, it said a Ladybird Natural History book, and it took me to the Natural History Museum. And then what came out was magnets, bulbs and batteries. The Science Museum. Pussycat, pussycat, where have you been? I've been off to London to visit the Queen. Okay, should we go another one? Waiting to fly? Am I bringing all you guys over here to London? Let's do it. Handwriting. The Ladybird Book of Handwriting. Listen, I don't know what's going on. How interesting though. I've just sang a nursery rhyme. Pussycat, pussycat, where have you been? And on here, I'm not shitting you, it's the song I sang the other day. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, one cycle to. It says maybe a fist alive? I don't know. But there's these fists there. Handwriting. Helping at home. Got Meg here again. Maybe Meg's going to stay at home. Meg's going to stay at home and look after the children. This is my daughter I'm talking about. Her bike broke down on her. Her bike broke down on her, like, while they were out. And what happened was, every time it broke, well, on 2 occasions, there was an older couple that went past and they had like a 5-year-old boy with them. And it was kind of like the second time, it was like, how you're getting on. But it was how the child was with them. He was so intrigued to see how the bike worked, and he was asking Jamie, what's happened? And then second time when he bumped into him, he went, it's happened again, and he pretended to faint, fall on the floor. And it was like, helping at home. My daughter never really liked, this is Megan, really liked hanging out with children. She used to find them, I don't know, she just didn't have a bond with kids. And I think there was one point where, you know, she wasn't even sure she'd have children. I mean, she really wants children now. Not right now. They want to wait. They want to travel a bit. But they have an absolutely fantastic bond with kids. Megan and Jamie do. And so it's kind of like a turnaround, because she didn't think that she really liked children, but she absolutely adores them. She just doesn't have much experience about looking after them. Okay. Right, so we're going to talk just about my daughter. Must be a reason, an example. Okay. Well, where do we go from here? Messages from your angels. I want to find out what this story is. Well, let's just change the story. We're talking about my life. Okay. Telling the time, 8 o'clock on the dot. Oh, it's by Meg as well. How many of these are by Meg? Oh, just the 2. Oh, that's right. Okay. Telling the time. Learning to read. Timekeeping. Let's have a look. Have faith and hope, because there is something positive and new on the horizons that you can't yet see. Schooling, study and education help your life's purpose and personal growth at this time. The angels will guide you and help you with this process. For the honeybee. Magnets, bulbs and batteries. So I've picked up the National History Museum, the Science Museum. I am the angel of marriage and I'm assisting you right now. Magnets, bulbs and batteries. What's that noise? Handwriting. It's a good time to give birth to new ideas and situations in your life. I'm watching over you, guiding you and protecting you during these changes. Look, I'm lost. Alright, lost in London. Spend time alone in nature, meditating about your desires and intentions. Ask the angels to help you gain a positive perspective. Wow. I haven't got a clue, guys. And I could easily stop the camera. Do I? I don't like to. Just because it doesn't make sense to me. Right, can we find out? Let's tap into the tarot. I think it's best to use the Rider-Waite. What's the bottom of the deck? Working in partnership, in conjunction with other people. So this really is only time will tell. We do have the marriage on the table, but this is about, you know, I've spoken about 2 things that my daughter was not over keen on. Going to London is one of them. I can't even get her to go to a show. It's like, nah, not really my thing. I'm like, come on, there's loads of things. Let's take the night bus. Not Harry Potter style, but there's a tour bus that goes at night. It's amazing. Open top double-decker bus. And you actually get that by the Palace. So you get that in Green Park. But, no. And me and her sister, we've done shows, we've explored, and we've done the dungeons and the London Eye. So it's just like, I know that when I get her there and show her around, she's going to love it. And then there was a children thing that come up. Okay. And it's just about have faith and hope, because there is something positive and new on the horizon that you can't yet see, unless I'm about to be a grandmother soon. Well, whenever. In divine timing. Telling the time. Life of a honeybee. Well, we know that the honeybee is the honeybee. I want to say like the divine feminine. Although money Money, money, flow like honey. That's one of our like affirmations. Money, money, flow like honey. Schooling, study and education help your life's purpose and personal growth at this time. The angels will guide you and help you with this process. Then we have magnets, bulbs and batteries. So I want to feel like I felt like maybe it was cogs. I've got a clock that has cogs that goes around, but it takes a different battery than what the main timer does, because the cogs are all kind of going off in the background. But they stopped because I need to change the battery. So I feel this is about getting the cogs moving again, in sync. It's to do with the marriage. Maybe my daughter's getting married. Okay. He did ask her the other day. And I think she was just so shocked that because she would love it, but he said to her the other day, he said to her, will you like marry me? He thought that she said no, but she was just shocked. Okay. I don't know whether that's the official proposal or anything. There's not like, it was just nice. It was like, oh, that's so cute. That's just so cute. Yeah. They know they're going to get married. They know they're having children. They know they're kind of stuck together, but they're absolutely fine with being stuck together. Yes, it's true. Yes, it's true. I am happy to be stuck with you. Is there not another song out at the moment about stuck with you? Okay. I don't know if that's a positive or a negative one. Anyway, I went to, is it Huey Lewis and the News? I don't know. Is that who sang Stuck With You? Read all about it. I'll let you know. The Ladybird Book of Handwriting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once I caught a fish alive. And he's not going to let it go. It's a good time to give birth to new ideas and situations in your life. I'm watching over you and guiding you and protecting you during these changes. She looks bloody pregnant in the bottom there. Oh, geez, it's not me. So I'm not getting pregnant. I can't have any more children. Well, who knows? What, helping at home? Have I got help? Maybe this is contemplating. Like the real future, it's time to look at this connection seriously. That's the washing machine going, guys. Look at me with my arms folded, okay? Spend time alone in nature, meditating about your desires and intentions. Ask the angels to help you gain a positive perspective. We're off to London. She loved it. I took her to the palace. She enjoyed that day, actually. Well, she enjoyed the palace. I took Megan to the palace. We messed around. We messed around. Well, they have like the stairs, like the grand stairs. So they have like the, if you want to call it, the balcony at the top, and then the stairs walk down both sides. So I had to walk down gracefully, like I was like the queen. Everyone was like walking past me, and the kids are like, really? That was a good day. She's just forgotten. I'm going to have a look at this with the Rider Wains. This is really nice energy, because this is like the Divine Masculine stepping up now. It's like them actually taking the commitment seriously. You have a look here. It's like it's the feminine here. Like she's craving to have children and to be able to travel. To be able to have that true love that you can trust, rely, depend upon, not feel fearful that, you know, just not be fearful of actually losing that love and embracing and enjoying. Because we have the Five of Swords, that's like the surrender card. I think because it says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, once I caught a fish alive, it's like I'm not letting that go. So I feel here with the masculine, it's like Jamie told me, jealousy. Oh yes, jealousy's come in a little bit. Jamie used to be like, he comes from like the hood, okay? So he knows how to look after himself. He's been involved in gang culture, most definitely through their separation, okay? drugs. He's been a lad. And he used to get really jealous when people would look at Meghan, and he would like want to go and thump them. Seriously. And he lost it a bit yesterday again. The bikes are breaking on them. Okay, he had a big test with his temper. Meghan said at one point, I thought he was going to pick the bike up and throw it in the river. I said, don't worry, we've all been tested. He said, but it was like these elderly couple and this little boy. He said that they like calmed me down. I said, of course they would, you know. They were sent. That's how I looked. Because they were a good hour away and the bikes are broke and trying to get home with two bikes. Like, because one's not going to like ride off and leave the other one. It was a little bit of a nightmare. And Jamie realised that he had lost kind of his cool a little bit. But what happened is, on one of these times when the biker broke, they were by the river. Meghan kind of bent down to have a look at her bike and she heard someone call her. And it was a boy that she knew, or a man, a boy. Oh, come on, 20s? I don't know how old. Early 20s maybe. And he kind of called her. And she just kind of looked at Jamie and was like, oh, you know, what a time for your bike to break down. But he was with a group of lads. So they went past them, said hello. But when they come back that way, Meghan went first. And then as Jamie was kind of going afterwards, he heard them, like, talking about her. Checking her out, talking about her boobs. So they were talking about her tits. And as he went past, he just said to them that she's not a piece of meat to be looking at. That's what he said. So this is about claiming now and not really wanting your divine feminine to be looked at as disrespectfully, just as like she would be something you would like to just have some fun with. Very much about the depth of her beauty and wanting that and to protect that. So lots going on there with, like, because obviously these two are, you know, a divine connection, well, in my eyes. And in their own eyes, they see the divineness within their connection, and that's all that matters, isn't it? How they view themselves. But things are really turning around now for them. That would be nice. It would be nice for the divine counterparts to have some wishes coming true for them now. Let's look at this life of a honeybee. Schooling, study and education help your life's purpose and personal growth at this time. The angels will guide you and help you with this process. So now we're talking about the divine feminine. I don't know what she's holding, whether it's a peach. But it's very much about the divine feminine having the ideas. I feel the masculines are kind of, maybe they've got their batteries in, okay? They're moving again. They're actually stepping forward. I know Jamie was saying to me he's quite frustrated that he feels like he's on this stagnant role at the moment. It doesn't help, seeing as there's like this quarantine. So it's definitely an energy of he wants to get moving again. Yeah, and I feel like with the divine feminine here, she really is kind of helping to guide the way with her ideas, especially her knowledge, inner wisdom. So it's like the divine masculine is quite infatuated with the divine feminine and her knowledge and her beauty. So now we have magnets, which makes me feel the magnetism. Bulbs, light bulb moment. Don't want to lose that, do you? It's like you're not really going to find that easily again. And I hear them talk, and you know, they kind of know that they're not even sure if they will be able to find that again. And it's like, is it even worth the risk? It's all good. It's taken them a long time to settle into that, to be able to settle into, let's just accept and allow our love, because both of them would run away from it when it got deep. So magnets, bulbs and batteries, the Ladybird Junior science book. I love it because they're the younger generation. Look how they're going to raise these children. And I know that Jamie's been talking a lot about, you know, don't have children. You know, if you're just going to look at them as being an inconvenience. He said he hears all the time people shouting at their children. It's like, why have them? And we were kind of talking about, let's just say the isolation. And lots of people can't wait to get their kids back to school. And I remember even like when my kids were in school and you had the school holidays, I'd hear the other parents saying, I can't wait for these bloody kids to go back to school. And I'd always go, really? Oh, I really miss them. It's like, I love them being home. So it's the attitude. And I love the fact that they've adopted. I said to them, you're going to be amazing parents. And it's like the kind of the longer that, I don't feel they would love to have a child now. I really do believe they would. But they're kind of like, they're not ready. So they know. They're really taking responsibility about this. So we've got Daniel. I am the angel of marriage and I'm assisting you right now. I think they'd like to be married before. I'm not really sure about that. Not that it really matters, but I feel more that they want to travel. That's what I hear. They want to travel before. The ladybird. Oh no. Okay. We're like, I don't really know, guys. Why this story is coming out. It's good though. Look, King of Pentacles, the divine masculine. Okay, he's stepping into his position. The man of the house, looking after his honeybee, his queen. Look how rich he feels here. Look at all the grapes. It's like a red wine. I don't really know what wines. I was singing a bit of UB40. UB40? Okay. You guys are 50 today. Happy birthday to you. Okay. Magnets, bulbs, batteries. Angel of marriage. Oh, so this is all going on, I feel, in the divine masculine's mind. I'm just using Jamie and Megan as an example of, well, a real life example, just over the last couple of days. What I've picked up on the radar. That, you know, divine counterparts are talking about. Got marriage on the mind. Now, the Ladybird Book of Handwriting. Taking a leap of faith. Time for a celebration. Leaving the past in the past. It says it's a good time to give birth to new ideas and situations in your life and watching over you, guiding you and protecting you during these changes. Woo! Lots of changes. I was just remember he said I did try and find her a Haribo ring. Haribo are jelly sweets, and you can get some in the shape of rings. So, but he couldn't find one. Oh, taking a leap of faith. Time for a celebration. Feel like she's being pulled out from the crowd. The divine masculine here. It's looking at all this puke, blood, shit, guts. I don't know. Shitty situations of the past. He's turning around to the Two of Cups. That's lovely. What's the bottom of the deck? And it's like, this is really what the divine feminine is like pondering about. And I feel the masculine, he knows. The divine masculine knows what the divine feminine's deepest desires are. Okay, what she really does desire. Marriage, travel, prosperity, love, this lovely family life, caring connections, helping at home. Ooh. It's definitely about the divine feminine being the divine feminine and being allowed to be the divine feminine, the homemaker. She keeps everything all nice. It's all nice and fine and dandy in the home, which gives the divine masculine, well, it makes the divine feminine his muse, which inspires him to to want to look after her and provide for her. Okay. Okay then. His muse. So I feel like the divine masculine, maybe he adores the divine feminine. The thing is, the divine feminine does know that. She just needs to allow it. Let's have a look at these affirmators. Story of my life. As I tell myself the story of what's happening in my life, I choose to make it the kind of story where even the tough parts have a sort of inner beauty. It's ultimately a happy story where each character, no matter how wicked, is doing their best. And let me tell you, it'll be worth it when I earn the Pulitzer Prize for Best Inner Monologue. It's got roses here. I feel like maybe the past energy of the divine masculine has been like he might have acted like a bit of a snake. But look at him here. Why is he sticking his tongue out? It's like a real boyish, like, look at the baseball cap on here, sticking his tongue out. He's got his chain around his neck. And it's like, and he's offering true love. I feel like he's blowing his tongue out as if to kind of saying, you thought I didn't love you and I didn't want it. Now, this could be the divine masculine a bit coiled up about this, and he needs to, like, this could be the jealousy coming through here. How you deal with the jealousy. Or get centered. When it gets to be too much, whatever it is, I close my eyes and return to my center. In my center, I have the wisdom and tranquility of a favorite animal, unicorn, holding a magical item. What are they going to hold? Oh, a magician's hat. Unicorn with a magician's hat. Floating through space on a piece of furniture, a bathtub. So when it gets to be too much, whatever it is, I close my eyes and return to my centre. In my centre, I have the wisdom and tranquility of a unicorn holding a magician's hat, floating through space on a bathtub. In a bathtub. Unless it wants to turn the bathtub upside down and stand on top of it that way round. What do you reckon, unicorn? So it's definitely about staying centered. Look, we are going to come across these challenging times, okay? And I love the fact here that the divine masculine is like standing up and admiring and respecting the divine feminine. And protecting her, wanting to protect her. So, one more. Because I'm like, kind of, what are you going to do then, divine masculine? Because this isn't about losing your cool. This is about calmly claiming what's yours. Engagement. Today, I make the conscious choice to engage with the world in an active way. I take a new route and talk to strangers. Have your bike brake on you. I don't ride a bike, but I will smell flowers and pet dogs and maybe walk around barefoot for a while if I'm not inside a 7-Eleven. At the very least, I'll have a day that's slightly more interesting than average. And at the most, I'll have a startling epiphany or make a friend who will change my life forever. No pressure. Okay, engagement. Let's look at the bottom here. Beauty. Oh, and love. Look, little lovebirds. I'm beautiful even when I don't think it. I'm beautiful even when I don't see it. I'm beautiful no matter how many people don't say it. I'm beautiful, and I don't even care if you know it. I'm beautiful, which is why I don't have to try so hard all the time to show it. This inner beauty, I know it's a big thing with Megan. She never ever thought that she was attractive at all until, I'm going to say, the last 6 months, and she was getting complimented. And the thing is, when she went to work, she had to wear her hair tied back, and Megan never wears her hair tied back. She doesn't like the shape of her face. And she was like called stunning and so many compliments, and it took her a while to be able to accept them. And it's also the same for the Divine Masculine. It'll take you a while to accept that people are going to use your Divine Feminine as a muse. It's not only you that finds her absolutely amazing. Okay, others will see her beauty. It's like, that's why you really kind of claim it. It's time to claim it as yours. And I just think it's amazing how they walk around holding hands, and he's so proud to be holding her hand. And obviously she's so proud to be seen with him. It's her choice. I mean, she absolutely adores him. So beauty. But we've got love. Love is a many splendid thing. Today I will notice and appreciate at least 3 of those splendours. Like the fact that puppies make me feel like a parent. Or maybe little 5-year-old little boys. Or the surge of self-congratulation I feel when I sink a 3-point trash basket shot on the first try. Or when you don't throw the bike into the river. Or how about the chills I get while singing along to Name a Song, You Know the One. Okay. But I would have gone to I Got Chills, They're Multiplying. But Daniel Bedingfield, If You're Not the One, come through. Name a Song, You Know the One. That's a lovely song. Okay. Very interesting. Let's play with some magical unicorns, and I think I'll get wrapped up soon. Try something new. You'll only know what you can do. That doesn't say that. You'll only know that you can do something if you try. Try something new. Be proud. How about that one? Where's the book? Be proud of the beautiful divine gift that divine has given both of you. The gift of each other. Okay. One reason why you may feel bored is that you're doing the same things over and over. Yeah, they're definitely going out. They go on picnics. But they kind of go from spot to spot to spot and have different bits to eat at each spot. They go on these bike rides. They spend so much time out. Like, it's kind of like they're, well, they're dating. Be awesome when they kind of everything opens back up, and so it's lovely. They are really putting in the effort to spend, even though they're kind of stuck together, they're putting in the effort to really spend quality time together. Okay. One reason why you may feel bored is that you're doing the same things over and over. To feel excited about life, you need to try new things. This card asks you to think of something that you've always wanted to do, and then learn about it. Ask your family or friends to take you along on their adventures. We're off to London! We're off to Neverland! That's where they went. Big Ben, past Big Ben. Okay. While you try something new, when you try something new, you may feel funny at first, like it won't work. But just do your best to enjoy yourself and don't worry about being perfect, especially at the start. The more you can relax and have fun, the better everything will go. So sign up for a class where you'll learn something new, like a language, drama, or photography class. Or maybe take up a new sport. Stretch yourself beyond what you think you can do. You may find that you really enjoy this new activity, and you'll most likely make new friends. You'll also find that you will learn new skills that will help you in other areas of your life too. And we've got brothers and sisters. To get along with others, see the love and the best within them. Now, once upon a time, Megan used to think that Emily was like the biggest pain in her arse. Not really. She would play with her, but Emily was the baby, and she kind of, Megan would give her a shove and push her out of the way, you know, sibling just stuff, okay? But Megan absolutely adores that girl. And it's only now that she's being able to, like, show Emily the love. It's like she's always asking her, do you want to come and hang out with us? Emily, most of the time, she's kind of done a spin and she's more in her darker energy. And it's actually Megan that's kind of going, oh, come on, spend some time with us. But I love you. It's like, come and talk to me. So it's really quite nice to see that turnaround as well. I want to really say with this whole reading here is, don't lose hope that situations and things can change, because they can. A real dramatic turnaround for the books. Brothers and sisters. Pump up the volume. Oh, they're so loud sometimes together. Like when they're playing together and they're on a good vibe. Oh, you know. But it's like when one's a bit lonely and wants to kind of play with the other one. It's I see the love that's coming through, and it's like Emily needs to allow that in. I feel it feels a bit alien for Emily because her sister never really wanted. It was always Emily that was kind of looking up. She always looked up to Megan like her muse, admired Megan. And now it's like kind of Megan seeking the attention from her sister. And her sister's like, nah, I can't really be bothered to hang out with you. It's all right. So there's a lot emotional stuff going on. Sometimes family members take stress out on each other. So you may feel angry or hurt by a brother or sister or a close friend. Instead of fighting with them, first take a moment. Can you see the best within them? Can you think of a time when you felt a lot of love for them? By thinking and feeling love towards your brothers and sisters, you can all get along better. The more unlovable someone is, the more they need love. When people get angry at their loved ones, they do so because they don't know how to control the stress in their life. They might be angry with their teacher or boss, or feel like they can't do anything about it. So they take the anger out on the people they live with, and that might include you. You may do the same thing to your family members without knowing it. Deep down, you all love each other. Family members always have love, but sometimes this love is hidden by anger. It doesn't feel good to be angry with your brothers and sisters, even if you have a good reason for the anger. Can you forgive them in the name of peace? Can you be the first one to say, I'm sorry, or I love you? By drawing this card, the unicorns want you to know that your brother, sister, or friend really need your love and understanding right now. You have the power to help everyone get along. I know that definitely within my own house, my own household, is I'm trying to listen more, to give people the time. So when they talk, is actually be there, be present. Where before maybe they wasn't talking about a topic that I found interesting, so I'll be quite dismissive and say kind of like, I don't really understand what you're saying. Or let's just say, Mum, have you heard this song? And it's kind of like, it sounds like something I'm not going to want to hear, okay? And I'd be like, I don't really want to listen to it, I'm sorry. So I'd be quite honest and just, no, I don't even want to try and listen to the song. Well, now I'm kind of like, okay, yeah, play it to me. Because we're talking about 3-4 minutes that they can play me this song. And it's like, it just keeps the peace. And actually, I shouldn't really be so rude and dismissive. So I've kind of pulled myself up on that and really trying to accept that we're all going through challenging times. Just to be more compassionate and understanding. And to not hold grudges, even if I have every reason to be angry or feel I have a right to be angry at my guys. I'm just not. It was like, no, I'm not going to let anything, if I come in and the kitchen's in a mess or if they've left all the washing up, I just get on with it. And I find myself, and I actually know they're kind of like, hi, and I'm like, hi, yeah, not to put it, I don't, just allowing it all to flow. And it seems to be better than just pointing out someone's wrongdoings all the time or their behaviours and pulling them up on it. No one wants to hear about how you're affecting the whole household with your attitude or your personality or your rudeness. It just seems, just let it be. You know it will change. Things always do. It's not easy when you're going through it though. Like, you really could pull your hair out. And I think we all go through that stage where we do pull our hair out and we do kind of lose the plot a bit. And then you like settle down. Yeah, settle down. Come back to centre. Think, where does this really get you? Nowhere really. Let's get one more. Laughter. You need a good laugh. Okay. You've been so serious lately that you're feeling stressed. It's time to lighten up and see the humour in the situation. There's always something to laugh about. Think about it for a minute. What part of your life is like a movie? What parts are funny? Laughing with love is very healing. Sometimes the best way to heal a situation is to step away from it. Can you read a funny book or watch a comedy on TV? Can you get together with friends and tell silly jokes? It feels so good to laugh hard, especially with loved ones. This card asks you to see the humour within each situation and not take life so seriously. You can ease your own stress and that of others with humour and laughter. Learn to feel joy no matter what's happening around you. Laughter and joy are magical because they bring happy situations into your life. Okay, lovely. All lightening up a bit. Awesome. Should we have a look at the power of love? I can hear Jasper. Hey, Jasper. Hey. Hey, come on in. Come on, you have to come down. Yeah, all right then, come down then, because we don't want the butt in the screen, do we? Good boy. How you doing? Is it nice and warm out there? I get up, open up the back doors, and out he goes. He finds himself a little spot in the sun, don't you? We've got responsibility. You are aware of the power of your thoughts and the amount of love you express. Thoughts are energy, they are real, and they don't just belong to you. It is your responsibility to pattern your thoughts to reflect the highest levels of compassion and benevolence. As a responsible soul, you know that the totality of conscious thought creates reality, so be sure to do your part. Thoughts emanate from you constantly, and it is incumbent on you to make sure that the energy you are projecting is loving. This is the crux of being mindful. You must practice constant vigilance so that negative, hurtful, or spiteful thoughts that start to form are nipped in the bud. Compassion and empathy are great tools to use as filters for your thinking. Before you project a judgment, realise that you have little to no conscious awareness of what motivates another. When you make this connection, your every choice and virtually every other aspect of your life is based on the ideals of brother and sisterhood. Responsible people live by example and teach others through inspiration. The great responsibility that comes with power is knowing that you've come back to earth to elevate consciousness in this physical dimension. Ask yourself throughout the day, am I making the world a better place? Responsibility. Want another one of them? Okay, we can get another one. Can I have a bit of coffee? Okay. Can you keep your paws on my skirt, please? Okay. I wondered if you wanted to use... I thought you might want the magical unicorns. I don't really want to get another one of them, Jasp. Hmm? I want to get another one of these. Got some of my coffee. Release. You have the ability to give over unwanted energies to the loving forces of the universe. A happy boy. The moment has arrived for you to truly usher in the healing power of love by letting go of all the illusions you have been holding on to that no longer serve your highest good. You now have the power to release the stagnant energy of old emotions and behaviours such as shame, regret and self-criticism, and create a new space for love, self-acceptance and forgiveness. You are an energetic being, and besides all the energy that you attract to you from within, an equal amount of energy is directed at you by external forces. You have no control over the intention behind this energy, but you do have control over whether you allow it into your space. Every day you walk through a minefield of energy, and you must be conscious of where you step. Nevertheless, as an empathic, sensitive being, you will at times unknowingly absorb these foreign energies. Over time, the toxicity builds up in your aura, and you can begin to feel exhausted, depressed, and unbalanced. Take the steps necessary to expel toxic energies from your space. Perform a ritual every time you bathe in which you envision a golden light washing away unwanted energy and releasing it to the healing powers of Mother Nature. You can only be affected. You can only be effective as beacon of love if you make the effort to keep your energy clear. When you constantly release the old and negative, you make room for the new and positive. I was actually speaking to Jamie about I haven't been taking baths. I've been showering more. And he kind of said, yeah, I noticed that. Like that I hadn't been taking, like, I used to just bath all the time and rarely shower. But last night I had the most amazing long soak in the bath. And it was like, Megan and Jamie love having baths. So I think just about dipping yourself into a bath, if you can, rather than showering, could really make a difference. What shall we end on, Jasp? You're sitting so lovely. I think I wanted to look at the Oracle of Shadows and Light, and then shall we end? Okay, seeing as we're picking up on this, this darker energy that could be trying to like find its way into our space. Now, if we could stay down, I know, darling, but Mummy wants you to stay down. Thank you. Do you not want to see what card comes out? Oh, well, that fell, didn't it? I'll give you some room. Hold on. All feels a bit... Shall we look at the card? You don't need to run off. You were sitting nicely. Yeah? Okay, shall we have a look at the card, Jasp? I am Callie. From death comes rebirth. Card number 13. About Callie. Callie is the blue-skinned Hindu goddess of birth, death and rebirth. Here she represents the destruction phase of this natural cycle, and it is her role to clear away all that is no longer needed. She is, sorry, I felt like I was going to choke them. Excuse me, Jasper. I feel your hair all over my face. It's coffee. It's hard to wake up when you've been out past midnight. Well, don't be a dirty stop out then. Kali is the blue-skinned Hindu goddess of birth, death and rebirth. Here she represents the destruction phase of this natural cycle, and it is her role to clear away all that is no longer needed. She is often depicted dancing with swords, and she is said to cut off the head of those who do not heed the necessity of moving through these natural cycles. What's that page? Marie Masquerade. Okay. Her necklace of severed beads. I need to read it. It doesn't say her necklace of severed beads. Beads. Okay, Jasper. Let Mummy get this out. I'll hold it here. Her necklace of severed heads represents the end of slavery to the overthinking, over-analytical self who gets stuck when all that is needed is action. This goddess is very strong, very powerful, and in many ways extremely protective, though her fierce nature can often frighten timid souls who fear decisive action. As she is the mother goddess, she helps with issues to do with brothers and sisters, teachers and parents, and will help with painful transitions. Once received in a reading, Kali energy is already activated. Let go and allow her to assist you in releasing all that is no longer needed and in taking powerful action to change your life. Can you stay on my lap? Could you please? I'll be done soon. Yeah? Okay. What way are you going to spin? So I need to put my arms forward. Good boy. Kali speaks, I am the dancer who moves through the fire. Oh, if you have... No, stay here. Yeah? No. Okay. Well, find somewhere to sit then. Oh, we're going to do the screen thing again. Oh, no, maybe not. Oh, no, don't start itching on the table. Hey. Hey. Oh, he's got a flick and a lick. You sound happy while you're doing that. Okay. Sorry, guys. Jasper. Darling. Where are you going? Do you want to go out in the garden? Okay, sit there. Good boy. I am the dancer who moves through the fire, who wields my sword and severs the cords of energy that entangle you, and who is not afraid of the death that needs to happen. Every act of destruction is an act of creation, and this is no act of pointless destruction and brutality. I am clearing all that is leeching off your energy, draining your strength, and abrading those relationships that cannot do anything but keep you stuck. Whether you realise it or not, you called on me. I have come to clear the path, to destroy that which you have longed to let go of. Sometimes, something's time has come, and it will be born again, as nothing ever truly dies. It only changes, and that time has come. I am pure fire energy and the Great Mother, and as I dance, the death you face brings you to new life. Interesting. The time has come. Sorry, darling. The time has come. And I am the Divine Mother. Where did it say this? Oh, I am the Great Mother. Sorry. And then we have the honeybee under Jasper's bum. The Great Mother. And then we have her at home, helping at home. Okay. The divination message. Working with Kali is extremely powerful but it is work we all do, and all must do. If you've drawn this card, you are working with the energy of the fire, of the dancing mother goddess, who will teach you how to go through the change you have been resisting and feeling was too much, and who will purify and change everything. You must not stay still with this energy. Movement is essential for working with her, and her fierce nature is in fact a test of your own strength. Can you do what needs to be done and still dance? Can you rejoice in the purification of stale energy? Can you walk forward without hesitating? Can you say yes to what will come for you on the other side of Callie's fire? And will you wear your lessons proudly, as she does her necklace, and know that this death is an incarnation within an incarnation, a new life within this lifetime, born of fire? Ooh, divine masculine, check this out, look. Okay. It's quite an awesome reading, really, isn't it? Let's end on a Rumi. Jasper, I've just got your hair everywhere as you start to itch. Okay. There's a time and a place and a space, sweetie. No, there is. Guys, if you want to book yourself in a reading, check out the prices in the description box. I might put down a list of the new prices so that you can kind of see the comparison. Okay, you've only got until the end of the month, really last few days, to get in the readings booked at the prices that they are at the moment. They're in dollars at the moment, guys. They're going to be going into pounds. And there is quite a bit of a jump for the services, total change around in the services that I'm going to be offering. So if you want to take advantage of the current prices, do so and get your reading booked in ASAP. Okay, you're going to come on my lap. Okay, you're going to go down. Okay. The dissolving light. There was a time we used to have this card out all the time. So there's definitely the talk today about this stagnant energy, okay? The divine masculine actually kind of making a move. They're on the move. It's like the cogs are going again. Okay. Card number 3. I died as mineral and became a plant. I died as plant and rose to animal. I died as animal and I became human. Why should I fear anything? When was I ever less by dying? Rumi. Dare to take my hand and become set alight with holy fire, my cherished one. Step forward with me, let us burn together, dissembled in the light that cannot be extinguished. This is the light that burns with such incandescent truth that no falsehood can withstand its audacious vibrancy. Come with me now to the light, and together we shall melt into truth. There is a light so intense, so powerful, that nothing other than itself, its own truth, can exist in its presence. It is the sacred seed, the star of your being, lit up from within. It is the light that never goes out. It is the light that is so powerful it is beyond duality, of light and dark, cannot ever be extinguished or diminished, and quite simply, beyond all logic, just is. Certainly no lie or deception, no boundary or defence, can remain intact in its presence. The blazing divinity of this light sears through any pretense, annihilates illusions, and takes us into stark experience of divine truth. It is gentleness, and yet it cannot be overcome. It is enduring power, and yet it is tender. Though you seek the divine, and even know it as love, you also know that it is fierce, wild, inexplicable, and demanding beyond all measure. It wants you, completely, utterly, and without condition. There will be times in your life, such as now, when there is something not worthy of you that must be released. This is a falsehood, a lie or deception of some sort that you have come to believe about yourself, your life, or perhaps even another. You may know what that deception is, or it may be about to be unveiled. It is not a cause for fear or concern, but for celebration. An illusion has or soon will be released, and you shall become freer, free in a way that only truth can provide. This oracle comes to you as a sign of that which is to come, and soon. The beloved divine presence is calling to you, igniting within your deepest being, so that it may have its way with you. The divine wishes to live through you and into the world, reaching into the hearts of many, and igniting those hearts into greater life. It is a clever and insatiable lover. It will not stop. It will not stop. It will stop at nothing until the entire human race is restored to the wild divine freedom of ecstatic divine reunion, completely and utterly ignited in love. And so the great lover, the divine, calls for you to enter into the white-hot field of its passionate presence. There will be sizzle and burn. It cannot be otherwise. In the height of summer, you cast aside the layers of clothing you require in the winter. This is natural. You do not think twice about it. As you approach the radiant sun of divinity, your emotional and psychological layers are to be shed too, for they are too heavy for the heat of the great spiritual sun. What cannot stand the heavenly heat is to be cast aside swiftly by conscious choice, or shall simply burn up, dissolving in the light and melting away. What is left shall be what is true. So here is your guidance, sweet lover of the great beloved. Give it up. The smallness, the conditions, the fears and doubts, the lack of reverence for yourself and life, the belief that somehow things are not okay or aren't going to work out. That is all a paltry attempt at truth. You are coming into a truth now that is far more worthy of you, a truth with a capital T, the big truth, love, trust, surrender. This is about a sacred shedding without fear or holding back. Cast aside whatever would hold you back rather than free you to fly into your divine destiny. You are not to be the same from this moment on. That is the holy word, the word inscribed in living divine fire in your sacred heart. This oracle brings you guidance. Trust in your changing perspective and perceptions. Don't hold on to what you once believed or thought to be true. Allow yourself to be shown another version of events, another way of perceiving. Don't focus on what is not working in your current estimation of things, for that is nothing more than a passing opinion. You are being given an opportunity to see and know yourself, others, and particular life circumstances very differently. Embrace it. Don't resist what is being shown to you, for even if there are some struggles in adjusting your view at first, ultimately this change in perception will free you and bring you more deeply into the wellspring of your own inner peace and happiness. I feel like I've got to end on something else. That looked like a love heart. 1 hour, 4 minutes. We're getting good, aren't we? Should we have a heal yourself card? Self-love, 24. Sexual arts wanted to come out. It looks very similar to that. What's that card that just popped? Blessing of Zara. I'm not reading it. Pride. With self-love. Okay. It's like allow yourself to be beautiful and allow yourself to be seen. And allow yourself to be seen together. That's what the world wants to see. This beautiful love. Self-love. Take time out to get to know yourself and what works for you in this particular cycle of your life. Some of the biggest obstacles to self-love are self-criticism and perfectionism, which lead to harsh judgment of the self, closing down, and eventually illness. Have you been trying to compete with others, get approval from people in your family, or simply pushing yourself too hard? If so, you need to soften and start listening to your body. Focus on keeping your heart open and practice acknowledging and recognizing the good in yourself and others. This card beckons you to breathe love in and out every moment of the day. Ask yourself, what changes do I need to make to my daily routine so that love can pulsate through every breath, action and relationship I engage in? Choose to open your heart through softness, deep breathing, relaxation, movement, finding beauty in nature, in your home, in your pain, in your love, in your sadness, in prayer, etc. Keep your heart open even though it makes you feel vulnerable and exposed. Here's the action. Okay, we're going to end on this. It says, this week is your opportunity to learn to receive. Anytime anyone says something nice to you or offers to help you, take a deep breath, thank them, and accept. You need to find something loving or nurturing to do for yourself. This could be a massage, a healing treatment, or a movie with a friend. Every time you look in the mirror, repeat, I am lovable, and do this every time until you really believe it. You've been told. Beauty came out with a mirror. I am lovable. Okay. We're still going for another one? What can we end on? Sacred Spirit reading card. Okay, then we're going to go. I don't know what the beginning of that card says. Blessings of Zara. Okay, we'll read it. Okay, it's all good. Only the beginning, 39. Okay. Oh, that's cool. Let go of thought. Don't take it into your heart. You are naked. And thought is like ice. You use thought to seek release from suffering and pain, while thought is the cause of your suffering and pain. The realm of creation is outside the scope of thought. O foolish one, see the opus and behold the beauty. Look in the direction from which the images flow. See the brook that causes the wheel to turn. Rumi. I wish to pull that false confection from your mouth. Oh, I know you will open your mouth even wider to scream, like a terrible cry of a toddler denied. But the moment you open your mouth wide and draw breath to bemoan the outrageous travesty of your loss, I shall shove my divine finger, dripping with nectar, into your gaping mouth. I'll let you suckle then. I'll let you suckle then, surprised and contented by the sweetness that surpasses all other sweets. Wow. The honeybee on the nectar. So it's like the divine masculine, like the boy. It's like he wants to cry and I don't know. I wish to pull that false confection from your mouth. Oh, I know you will open your mouth even wider to scream, like a terrible cry of a toddler denied. But the moment you open your mouth wide and draw a breath to bemoan the outrageous travesty of your loss, I shall shove my divine finger dripping with nectar into your gaping mouth. I'll let you suckle, then surprised and contented by the sweetness that surpasses all other sweets. I'm going to carry on reading. It's just interesting how it's picked up on the honeybee. When we are hungry, we reach for what food is available. If we are starving, we may gorge upon what is before us only to find ourselves overfed, undernourished, and in a most uncomfortable and dissatisfied state. Your soul needs better quality food. It has been detoxing. You have been shedding old thoughts, feelings, pains and struggles. Memories of the past have been flooding out of your soul like parasites being expunged. Now, your soul thus cleansed is in need of genuine nourishment to restore it to its full radiance and vitality. Love will feed your hungry soul. Nothing less shall suffice. No sweet talker charmer hell-bent on seducing and moving on will make the grade. No, it has to be nothing less than genuine romancing by the great beloved to feed, comfort and nurse you into radiance. Only that divine finger, dripped in the heavenly honey, can be taken in by your soul now. All else will seem as empty junk by comparison. But can we summon the strength to overcome habitual and mindless attempts at feeding on lesser substances? Oh yes, the great beloved shall storm through the kitchen and with military precision clear out the cupboards, for only the best and finest, most decadent and delicious shall do for you. This oracle comes with a special guidance for you. You are being given a blessing of Zara, a radiance of brightness. This blessing has a purpose. It is to clear out that which would obstruct your full unfoldment to support the divine jewel of your soul in shining. You are being given an opportunity supported by life, by the earth, by the grace of the divine beloved, to shed toxins from your being. These may be physical and they may equally be of emotional, psychic or psychological origin. They may come from this or another lifetime. You may understand consciously what is being released or you may not. If you are sensitive, you may feel symptoms of detoxification at a physical level, even if what you are releasing is emotional or psychological in nature. You are encouraged to complete the sacred honour ritual to stay adequately hydrated and to be moderate rather than excessive in your approach. Give your body and mind time to rest and replenish so that blessing can be fully received. If you have been unwell or struggling to let go of an issue, this oracle comes as a portent of imminent healing back to good health and of release of the issue into resolution and divine radiance. It is only a matter of timing, and that timing is imminent. This oracle also brings you the message that if something appears to be leaving your life, even something painful to release, it is because it is no longer healthy for you and no longer supporting of life for you. There is something more loving and beautiful awaiting. Do not try to feast upon scraps. Stop scraping in the dirt for stale breadcrumbs. Rise up and move towards the seat at the heavenly table gleaming before you, for a greater feast awaits your attendance. Yippee-yay! What's on the menu? Hey, good looking, what you got cooking? Sacred honour and ritual. Say aloud, I call upon Alzara. I call upon Alzara, the merciful divine one, shining with grace, and Rumi, who loves me without condition. I call upon the healing angels, and I say the following declaration. With grace I accept the shedding of that which is no longer worthy of me. I allow myself to release, with merciful grace, what no longer feeds my soul with the truest of nourishment. I open to receive through unconditional love, healing, support, intervention and protection, that I may shine with the divine radiance bestowed upon me in this blessing. I surrender my attachment to scraps and open my mind, body and soul to the great feast. In profound gratitude, I bow to the compassion that leads me to the blanket of love, to the banquet of love now. So be it. Oh, lie down on your blanket of love. Lie down and rest for however long you need. Healing will happen during this time, so try to rest for at least 5 to 25 minutes, more if possible. Following your rest, you may also like to have a shower or bath, using a handful of regular salt as a gentle body scrub to support your psychic and physical cleansing process. Enjoy this as an act of self-love. You have finished your sacred honour ritual. So I'm so pleased we read that, especially salt bath or in the shower. It's the salt. I suggested about rubbing salt in the wounds. Okay, heals. Salt's good. Sea salt. It's good for you. Healing. Okay. We was going to get one of these sacred spirit reading cards. How long did you keep me on for today? This is all changing soon because I'm only going to be on for a couple of times a week going into next month. So, okay. Oh, eternal union, new love is forming. I don't know what this other card was, but meditation. Improvements require persistence. So it's just said about resting. Meditating, going within. Self-love. Okay. Let's read this. Eternal union. Card number 15. New love is forming. How beautiful. New love is forming. Strengthen your relationships. In a lifetime, we are destined to meet many members of our soul group and soul family. Many of them enter through life as a soulmate, fated to teach us lessons about unconditional love and ourselves. A soulmate can be a friend, family member, work colleague, partner, neighbour, or someone you strongly disagree with, clashing with every time you are around each other. When a soulmate enters your life, they offer your soul support, guidance and growth, whether physically, emotionally or spiritually. You may feel you have known them forever, or you may be instantaneously comfortable in their presence. Dependent upon what your soul needs, a soulmate may be a brief encounter, or this relationship could last a lifetime. Acting as a catalyst for growth, these souls are here to teach you something new. Currently, meeting new people will bring great conversations. Interesting people will enter your life now to teach you something valuable about yourself and your interests or passions in life. Social gatherings and casual meetups will create opportunities for meaningful connections. Right now, you are being encouraged to actively listen to others. For those who you despise or see as enemies, view these people as possible soul connections. They are there to teach you life lessons and challenge your structured belief systems. This new understanding will deepen the love you have for others, including new and existing partnerships, opening doors for an expression of eternal union. This living expression of love will influence romantic connections, including marriage, with long-term commitments possible now. The expression of little kiddies playing out there. The expression of eternal union between two souls will bring new levels of love on an emotional, physical, mental and spiritual connection. True love is limitless. So the shadow aspect is introversion, restlessness, disenfranchised. The sacred crystal is emerald. Your angel assistance is Archangel Haniel, attracting meaningful relationships. He's already shown himself. Where are you, Haniel? Oh no, it was Daniel, sorry. Listen, I am the angel of marriage and I'm assisting you right now. I nearly got it right. The affirmation is, I am a living and loving expression of the eternal union. I am blessed. That's beautiful. Let's leave this reading there. Guys, have yourself a fantastic Tuesday, and I will catch up with you soon. Remember to check out the prices in the description box regarding booking your reading now. Okay. Guys, take care, and I'll catch up with you guys soon. Much love. Bye for now.